So you'll have to forgive me, I have a cold here, but tomorrow's the last day of the year, and I wanted to say a couple things to all of you prior to this year ending. So I made a little list here of things to talk about. If you watch the channels and you follow the site and all that, you'll probably be interested in some of it. If you're not, you know, don't worry about it. There'll be more Power Ranger reviews later on. So, alright, first thing I'll talk about is our kind of a year in review, and our YouTube growth was tremendous. Thanks to all of you who are watching right now and commenting and voting and all that sort of stuff. We have almost hit 8,000 subscribers, which is pretty tremendous. The number that blows my mind is our videos have been viewed over 25 million times, which is kind of astounding. You know, I mean, that's a lot. We've uploaded like 551 videos, and we're going to hopefully keep up that pace and continue to bring you guys new stuff as the year goes on. I've been a little lax on producing my own videos due to things that have gone on personally and with the site and stuff, and I'll get to that in a few minutes. But I wanted to say that, you know, you guys are awesome for all, you know, all of the comments you leave and all the views and everything like that, and it means a lot. So I really appreciate it, everything that you guys do as fans and subscribers of the site. Secondly, you know, we launched the new site towards the end of October, mid-October, and even purely from the standpoint of that the site's not crashing anymore on a regular basis, I think it's a success. We're still going to roll out some cool changes, but everybody seems to be on board with it, and traffic's up, revenue's up, membership's up. We're still kind of feeling out some of the new features like the forums and the blogs and what works and what doesn't. We'll smooth that out in 2011 and find out really what our core things are. One area where we actually experienced tremendous growth was in the anime site, which I don't know if you guys even know we have. It's anime.collectiondx.com, and that's more for the girly type figures that make some of our core readership uncomfortable, maybe you could say. So that's out there. And something else we're gonna do is we were doing these CDX live things for a while. We'd hop on every Thursday night and just kind of talk for hours on ends with all of you on the internet, and it was really cool. But what would happen is that there would be no focus to it, and we would just kind of ramble on aimlessly, and it became kind of a chore, honestly. So we're going to bring that back in the new year with more of a structure, so you can see, you'll be able to watch that on the schedule and interact with us, hopefully through that method. Of course, another big thing that happened this year was Dan and Nadia's passing. Dan was my good friend, and he was also my partner in CDX. And I know a lot of you who don't, sometimes, you know, I'm sure there's people that only watch the YouTube and don't go to the site. It's kind of hard to talk about, honestly. But, you know, I started CDX in 2001, 2002, somewhere in that area. And it was mostly just me until a couple years ago when Dan came on board, and we really had a push to make a business out of it, and we were on our way to success. And then he moved to Florida with his wife, and it was a little rough for the business, you know, trying to work across, because we're in Massachusetts, and that's, you know, it's always tough to not be able to collaborate in person. And then out of the blue, they passed away, you know, in a motorcycle accident on Halloween in Florida, and kind of threw us all for a loop, really. They were, not only were they, you know, business partners, but they were good friends to all of us. Just full of life and infectious laughter and generosity that was unsurpassed, you know. So that obviously shook us all. But I think Dan would have wanted us to move on, and that's what we're going to do, you know, in his honor and memory, of course. So he won't be forgotten, but we are going to continue on, you know, doing what we do, you know, because that's what we know. So, you know, we'll miss him, you know, greatly. And I know all of you, you know, who watch the channel and subscribed and read the site, you know, would they affected you too, you know, whether you know it or not, you know. So it was a tough time. It was a tough time, and it's only kind of now, I think, a few months later, that I'm really kind of wrapping my head around what that all means, and how that this hobby is more than just these dumb little toys. I mean, people get so serious about them, you know, and I see the videos where, oh, you know, how dare you throw these things around with your sausage fingers, and you don't know anything about the shows. And you know, because I mean, honestly, they're toys, you know, they're fun, and I'm serious about the toys, but in the same sense, you can't forget about why you like them in the first place. And it's because of a feeling of joy that they give you. And the friendships that you make through this hobby, you know, also give you that joy. And I think you have to kind of keep that in mind moving forward. And I may have rambled there a little bit. But that's what I wanted to say about that. We're not going to dwell on it. I don't think he'd want a pity party. I think he'd want to see this all move forward and succeed, and that's what we're going to do. So, I wanted to also say thanks to the great staff that we've amassed over the years. We have a lot of people that are contributing their talents and content to what we do on a regular basis, and I wanted to thank some of them. Primarily my good friend Adam, who has been kind of my right-hand man through all of this stuff for years, and he, you know, kind of does a lot of the dirty work to free me up to do more conceptual stuff, and he's a great dude and a real talent, and I want to thank you for your help. And of course, we all know and love Ava Unit 4A, whose name I shall not speak, who is a consistent top draw on our YouTube channel. And whenever we do something that is, you know, he's absent from, there's always the where's Ava, you know. So he's definitely our YouTube darling. And he now has his own video blog too on his own channel, so you may want to check that out if you cannot get enough of Ava. My buddy Dave, Necro Dave, awesome for the bootlegs. He's kind of taken a hiatus or a sabbatical, or whatever you want to call it. He's taking a break. Wish him well. He's going through some personal stuff, so you know, what are you gonna do? But we definitely love his talent. Well, I could go through this for hours, man. I got a big ass list. I won't go through everybody in that depth, so sorry. So Andrew, the Veef, you're the man. Ben, our proofreader, you know, you may notice significantly less spelling errors on the site. Thank you to Ben. The other Dan, Anival, talented writer, photographer. Deacon, Michael, you're excellent, dude. Chachi Power, upping the bar for photography on the site to make all of us work a little bit harder to make our shit look as good as yours does, especially with all the cool graphics in Photoshop. The Enthusiast, it's awesome, right? You super talent, you know, you're a really great dude. You have awesome reviews. Your photo skills are excellent, and your choice of subject matter is really, really great. It's always wonderful to see what you come up with. Leonardo, representing the West Coast with his classic Macross model kits and World War II kits and G.I. Joes, and brings a great flavor, a lot of great stories with the site. Robbie Musso, you don't know Robbie really, but he does all the cool banners that we have on that site that we try to change every month, and he does those just because he likes to do them, and it really helps define the flavor of the site, and I can't thank him enough. Robbie's an artist with IDW Comics. He does Transformer comics, so keep an eye out for his work. And then let's not forget, we have the crew at Anime CDX. We have Vince and Starro and Bob and Elizabeth, and we're always looking for new people over at Anime CDX. So if you like anime, you like anime figures, you want to draw, you want to take pictures and write and stuff, give us a holler. So, shit, this has gone on long, hasn't it? Couple of other small things. The video responses for what you wanted for Christmas has been kind of awesome. I'll do another video about that to talk about that more, but thank you so much for that. I really like to interact with you guys. I know it's, you know, reviews aren't about me. I mean, no one wants to see this face on YouTube all the time, but every once in a while I'll pop in and say hey, just to kind of connect with you guys, you know, let you know that I'm here and I'm thinking of you, and that I appreciate everything that you guys you know, do in terms of commenting and reviewing and things like that. And I think that's it. I think I have another dose of NyQuil coming up, when I will drift off into La La Land and dream of giant robots with rocket punching fists and transformable machines and all kinds of good stuff. Can you hear me? I don't usually sound like this. Alright everyone, thank you again for all of your help and support. It means the world to me. You guys are the reason why I do this. And as long as I think you guys are into it, I'll be doing it too. We'll all be doing it. Alright? Take care, and thank you. Have a happy new year. Drive safe. Good night.